My 25M friend, 23F, might have tried to trick me into being with her and I need advice. I had some friends over the other night for a get-together. We were all drinking. One of them, who I'll call Danny, started to get a little tipsy and asked if she could just spend the night here in a guest room or something so she didn't have to drive home. I told her I was fine with that, but if she wanted to go home instead, I'm sure I could give her a ride in a few hours when I was completely sober, or one of our other friends could do it too. But she refused and said she would just prefer to stay here. So, I said okay. The night goes on. Other friends offer her rides home, but she keeps refusing them. Eventually, all of them leave and Danny and I move to my living room to watch some TV and wind down for the night. This was my idea so I could keep an eye on her while she sobers up enough for me to be comfortable letting her sleep. I was worried she would suffocate or something. She was laying on the couch next to me when suddenly she sat bolt upright and pukes down her entire front and onto the couch. I jump up right away and grab some towels. I start cleaning it up and asking if she's okay. She's crying and apologizing profusely, but I keep assuring her that it's okay. It was an accident. After I get it mostly cleaned up, I ask her again if she wants to go home. She says no again. I ask if she's sure and she says no, so I ask her if she wants a shower to get the puke off and she says yes. She's still a little woozy, but I think she's okay, enough for this. I show her to the shower and tell her I'll go get some of my clothes she can wear. I do that and come back. I knock on the door and ask if I can just pop in and put the clothes on the counter and grab her clothes to put in the wash. She says sure. So I angle my head away from the shower and come in, place the new clothes and take the old ones to the washing machine. I get that all set and come back and knock again and ask if she's doing okay. She says she fell down a little and puked up a bit more. I ask if she wants help and she says yes. So I come in and grab a towel and pass it through the curtain and tell her to cover up. She takes it and thanks me. I open the curtain and put my arms out for her to grab to stand up and she does, but the towel slips off of her. But I'm more worried about her being okay right now, so I just help her over to this little bench thing I have in my bathroom and sit her down, hand her another towel and tell her to wait here. I'm going to try to find some help. She looks confused but says okay. I step out of the room and call some of my female friends to try to help me here, but none of them pick up, except one who just answered the call but didn't say anything for a minute, so I hung up. I go back into the bathroom and tell her nobody picked up. I ask her if she wants to go home. She says no. I ask her if she wants to go to a hospital. No. You're sure you want to stay here? Yes. So I ask her if she's okay to stand up. She says yes, but she wobbles a little standing. So I tell her I'm going to turn around while she gets dressed. If she feels like she's falling, grab my arm or something. She says okay. I turn around and she gets dressed with no issues. So I bring her to my guest room and get her comfortable. I ask if she's feeling okay. If I should sit with her a while to make sure she's okay. She says she feels mostly fine now. She's okay. So I say okay and go to bed myself. It's almost 5 a.m. now. Wake up at 11 and go check on her. She's still asleep, but she's definitely breathing and no puke around her. So I run to a coffee shop and get some coffee and food, leave some on the nightstand next to her and go do some work. An hour or so passes and she comes out of her room and thanks me for letting her stay the night and apologizes for all the trouble she caused me. I assure her it's all right and we talk for a little while and she leaves. A few hours later, I get a call from one of the female friends. I tried to call for help and she asks me how it went, and I tell her the whole story. She says, so you two didn't hook up, and I respond no, why the f would we? She was drunk and covered in puke. And the friend tells me that Danny has had a crush on me for about a year now and told the friend and 2 others that she was going to try to make a move on me last night. I'm kinda lost for a minute and tell her I'll call her back later. I call one of the other friends she mentioned and ask her and she confirms it. Then I wrote this post. I need help. I'm utterly lost on how to handle this. I don't know if this whole thing was some kind of play on Danny's part to try to get with me, or if the friends are lying. Or how to approach Danny about any of this or what to do at all. So, any help or advice you can offer will be immensely appreciated. TLDR, my friend stayed with me after a get-together. I took care of her, but my other friend told me she wanted to make a move on me and I'm worried it was all a trick now. Edit. I made this post when I was panicking because the friend telling me she had a crush on me and planned to make a move made me think back and go over every detail of the night and worry that I did something wrong or she had tricked me somehow. But after calming down and seeing a lot of comments saying what probably happened was that she did plan to make a move, but then she got sick, and those plans went out the window, I've realized that's most likely what happened. I have anxiety and my mind likes to make mountains out of molehills. I'm going to keep the post up though in case any other advice comes my way. You guys are really nice and made me feel genuinely better after only a couple hours. I'll probably call Danny tomorrow and ask her to get a cup of coffee with me and talk about all this. I do think she's cute, and as long as she doesn't feel too awkward now, I think I'd like to take her up on that move she wanted to make.